What's going on, guys? It's Wave Primal, and today I got another video for y'all. I don't know what it's going to be titled, but it's a freestyle from the heart. It's genuine, and think about it this way. Whatever else you want to do, there's an analogy for whatever else you want to do. Imagine walking down the street, and there's somebody offering you $1,000 cash, and there's another person offering you 2 hamburgers, fire burgers. Would you rather take the burgers or the $1,000 cash? Because you can buy hella burgers with the cash. The cash is way more valuable. That's what this video is. It's way more valuable than whatever else you might want to do, like watch cat videos or play video games. So watch this video and take the $1,000 of cash, and don't go and eat those hamburgers like a fat ass. Yesterday I had a conversation with one of my boys, and honestly he mentioned something that really hit me, and it was that he was going through something hard. He was going through a hard time of his life. Because for the longest time I was going through a hard time in my life, and I thought that I was alone, like everybody usually does. Because that's all your life is. Your life is solo. You focus on yourself. You focus on what you're going through. And if it was a movie, you're the main character, and all the background characters don't matter, and you don't even know what they're going through. They're not even in the scene, you know what I mean? So what I realized is that he was going through a hard time too. And that reminded me that everybody's going through a hard time. That reminded me that life is about battles. Life is about fighting. Life is about trying to win or trying to get rid of something. Life is about trying to level up, trying to rank up, trying to work hard and grind. It's about having hardships, about having suffering, it's about having pain. And it's not about pleasure every single day. It's not about happiness, complete satisfaction. It's not about contentment. It's not even about peace. Life is about, it's like a filter. And when water goes through a filter, if water had feelings, it would come out mortified. Because there's a lot of stones, and I think that's how life is. There's a lot of stones you gotta step on. There's sharp ones. There's a lot of knives. There's lava. There's spikes. There's traps. There's obstacles. It's like Temple Run. You gotta jump over this, you gotta hop over this, slide under this. And if life had no fight, if life had no battle, I don't think it would be worth living, in the sense that, imagine back in the day, Modern Warfare 2 or any video game, when you could hack it and gain everything, unlock everything. Whenever you do, what happens is you have fun for a good 10 minutes, let's say half an hour, 2 hours, depending on how deep the game is. And then after that, it's like you never did anything, and there's no more to do. There's no more to work towards. There's no more to grind for. And the fun of the game actually diminishes, and it becomes super boring. But if you would have went the legit way, and you would have went through the patience that it takes, and the hard work that it takes, and the grinding that it takes to unlock everything that you've worked for in that game, that you got with that hack, with that quick hack, it would be so much more fun. It would be so much more fun for longer. And then when you actually achieve that thing, it's going to be so much more satisfying. And so you're going to be so content and so happy with that achievement that you will enjoy it for however long before it gets boring. But that's life, in my opinion. A lot of people who win the lottery and go on spending sprees, and yeah, sometimes you have a good heart and you help people around you. You buy your parents a house, you buy everybody a house, you know what I'm saying? You save lives, you buy people food, you turn people's lives from hell to heaven on earth, or whatever it is. If you win the lottery and you use it to help people, that's all you. A lot of people win the lottery and they become greedy and they become selfish because they think that money is happiness. And they end up buying all these things, all these cars, all these houses, all these, whatever it is that you buy. You might buy negative things, drugs. And you might think just because you have women around you, just because you have materialistic things around you, just because you have a yacht, you have a house, a mansion, you have friends, and you do gain a lot of friends when you have a lot of money. But then you realize 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, it's like when you hack that game, the fun diminishes and it becomes boring for the rest of your life. Because you have everything and you have nothing to work towards. You have nothing to suffer for, nothing to fight for, to battle. So what I told my buddy that was going through a hard time was, you never fail until you quit trying. You never fail until you stop trying. And the hard truth is, you might never win. You might never truly win. You might never truly beat the game. You might never truly achieve everything and unlock everything. And whatever you're fighting for and battling for, or battling against and fighting against, you might never reach that. You might die. Your life might be finished. And you might still be trying to get rid of that thing, or trying to gain that thing. You might still be addicted. You might still be going through hardship. But even though you might never win, you will never lose until you stop trying. And that's why they say, no matter how many times you get knocked down, all that matters is how many times you get back up, because that's the truth. And that's all life is, in my opinion. Without the battle, without the fight, it's like having nothing to work towards in a video game, not having nothing to grind for in a video game, having no progression in a video game. Imagine if life was no hardship, no suffering, no pain, nothing that you had to work for.
Okay, bro.
What would life be? Literally, what would life be? And that was not a stutter. That was literally how confused I am at how life would be without suffering and without pain and without working hard towards something and battling and fighting something.
What's the score?
Anyways, to get to the point, you never fail until you stop trying. So no matter how many times you think you fail, you get knocked down, you never truly lose until you stop trying, until you quit trying. And honestly, depending on what it is, depending on how it is, you might truly win. You might get to the end of your life, and because you never gave up, or in a 5 years, 2 years amount of time, 7 years, 10 years, however long it would take you, you might win that battle. But trust me, if you think this is the last thing that you need to beat, if you think this is the last thing that you need to fight against, the last battle that you have, that's not true, because at the end of it, you're always going to find something new to battle. You're always going to find something new to pin your problems on. You're always going to find something new to blame, to fall victim to. Oh, this is the reason that I failed school. Oh, this is the reason that I do drugs. Oh, this is the reason that I'm not productive. This is the reason I gain weight. This is the reason I eat like this. This is the reason I have bad habits and I have escapes. Trust me, there will always be a reason. If you want a reason, there will always be a reason. What I want you to get in, what mindset I want you to get into is the mindset that no matter what you're fighting and what you're battling, there is no reason why you can't be the greatest version of yourself. There is no reason why you can't be the best version of yourself. No matter what you're addicted to, no matter what you're fighting, no matter what you're battling, no matter what hardship, what suffering you have in your life, you still, regardless of all of that, you have to be the best person you can possibly be and reach and achieve your full potential and take advantage of all your talents and all your blessings and all that you have to offer the world. And all that you have to offer yourself. I'm not even asking you to focus on others or focus externally. Focus internally, and don't care about what other people think of you. Don't care about anybody's perception of you, because all that matters is your perception of yourself. And all that matters is that you don't fall victim to circumstances that you have control over or you don't have control over, in the sense that in today's world, in the society we live in, there's a lot of things that we're falling victim to that we have no control over, we might have control over, but it's not our fault. For example, I'm 20 years old, and a lot of people that are my age are being brainwashed because of the way society is, the way the 1% is, the way the evil part of life is. I don't care what you believe, but there's evil in life, just like there's good in life. That's balance. Without darkness, there's no light. Without light, there's no darkness. There has to be both. The evil in life has been aiming to brainwash you and to trap you into battles, into fights, and to addict you into things that you should not be doing, and to artificially stimulate you and drug you up and make you docile and make you worthless and hopeless and depressed and to have no purpose and no passion. And if you fall for that, it might really not be your fault. If you fall for that, if you fall victim to that, it might really not be your fault, because you could have just been ignorant. Nobody could have told you. You could have, for whatever reason, not found the truth. You could have, for whatever reason, stayed in the illusion and thought that the happy part of life, the fake happiness, the fake satisfaction, the fake pleasure was real. You could have thought that for your whole life.